Woo! Welcome back to Flies Round Sugar Reseller, everybody. For those that don't know, my name is Nathan and I'm a full-time menswear reseller. Generally sourcing my stocks from car boot sales, jumble sales and charity shops. And today we've been on an unexpected sourcing mission. Because it's Monday, I generally don't source on a Monday. But if you're a little bit like me, you go in one charity shop, then you go in another, then you go in another. Next thing you know, it's like 4 PM and you're like 6 towns over with bags full of stock. So let's have a look what we bought today. We'll go through them and we'll see if we've turned much profit at all. I'll let you know exactly what I paid for them and exactly what I intend to sell them for. And remember, hang around till the end because our banger of the day is an absolute beauty. And if I've picked it up this cheap, so can you. Right. Real mixed bag today. I've got loads of stuff, mixture of ranges and values, which is a typical kind of sourcing day, really. Let's just get to it. So I generally wouldn't pick any kind of like modern day Marks and Spencer's wear up, just because I can't be bothered to be sat in there for ages. To be honest with you, I know it sells relatively well, but I did see a fellow reseller who I watch on Facebook have a little bit of luck with similar kind of item to this. This is Marks and Spencer's and it's from their Good Move range. It's massive. It's a size 22. It was in with the gents stuff. I could probably sell it as guys actually, but it is just like a fleece. This was, I think it was only about £3. It was £3.75. £3.75. So the one that I've seen on Facebook, she sold it for like 20 quid or something like that. So I thought, you know what, I've seen that similar one sell recently for that price, so we'll give it a go. Happy to take a risk at £3.75. So this next brand is one that you don't really see, well I don't personally see it in charity shops, but again this was stuck with the menswear as well. It is ladies. It is a Etri Cecile. I hope I'm not butchering that bloody French name because I'm terrible at it. Bonjour. But yeah, that is a ladies shirt, really nice eye-catching print. That should set, that was £2.75 and that should sell for about the 25 quid mark. So that is a brand to keep an eye out of, especially the very decorative, kind of eye-catching, heavy on the print t-shirts. They sell really, really well. We are happy to pick that up. So this is a brand I'm always telling people to pick up when they're out reselling, especially with the little zebra just here. I don't think that needs any introduction on this channel, but this is a Paul Smith crew neck. This was only a £5. It is a small, but that should still sell for about 40 quid. The larges and the extra larges you can get sometimes like 55, 60 depending on the colour. That is slightly plain, but they're just dead smart, really nice quality, really heavy for crew neck jumpers. I love picking them up and they're quite quick sellers as well. Perfect. So I generally don't pick much Mayer up just because I don't really get excited about selling them. You know, I know that they bring the money in and stuff like that and they are bread and butter, which is kind of why I picked these up. These are the Attention trousers. Big size 42 waist. They were only £2.75. They don't go as much as like the Chicago's or anything like that, but they should sell for about 20 quid. But I thought, you know what, I'm here, I'm picking them up. But yeah, Mayer Attention or Attention with a accent on it. Another day, another sourcing video, and another Ralph Lauren that I definitely don't need. However, right, I will be quick to caveat and add that this is a dead nice vintage one. It's the Denim and Supply one. Lovely buttons halfway down the chest. Rich, deep red colour. Really nice lightweight material. This was 3 quid. This was in one of them charity shops that has the prices on the hanger, so that's why it's not got a price tag, but that was 3 quid. Probably get about 20 quid for that, I would have thought, 15 to 20. I just love picking Ralph Lauren stuff up. I don't know why. I need to stop doing it. Somebody help me, please. More Ralph Lauren. I've actually got 2 more pieces as well in here as well, but yeah, nice ones though. Right, so these are a pair of Ralph Lauren chinos. Oh, look at that in the light. That looks like maybe they just need a wash. So these are Ralph Lauren chinos. There you go. And these were only 2 quid. £2. Can't complain with Ralph Lauren polos, Ralph Lauren chinos even at £2. Should get about 30 quid for them. I'll list them at 30, usually get upwards of 25 for them. This ain't much special. This is just an Adidas t-shirt with a lovely splash of colour and a lovely logo on the front there. That was only £3. We'll probably put that away for summer and hopefully get about 15 for that. But yeah, in no rush to sell that now. Not the t-shirts anyway. So a nice vintage Y2K O'Neill shirt for the surf and skate and beachwear lot. This is well nice. It's textured. It's a gorgeous size with a vintage O'Neill tag. And as you can see, that was only £4. We should get about 20 for that. Lovely bit of branding on the back there, just dead subtle, really smart, nice boxy fit, lovely Y2K fit, yeah, but I expect we'll get about 20 quid for that. So this next piece is a brand that you might not know, but it is American workwear, and it is by the brand Well Made. No, it's not. So this next piece, I was actually quite surprised to see it in the charity shop, just because I know it's quite big in America, this brand. It's not very well known over here, but I've seen them in like thrifting videos and, you know, stuff like that from the States, like flea market videos, etc, etc. And this is a brand called Made Well, and it's a lovely pocketed t-shirt in a gorgeous brown colour. Nice massive size. That was only £2.50, and that's the brand that you're looking out for. Made Well. I'll try and stick a still of it on the screen, but that was £2.50. I expect maybe it's like about 20 quid for that. It's got lovely cut seams that they are supposed to be there. That is stunning. Nice loose material, gorgeous wear, love it. And for £2.50 you can't complain. So we'll blitz through these two next, Ralph Lauren's, and pretend that they didn't really happen, or I didn't buy them today. Like I said, I've got way too much of the stuff, but they are two stunning V-neck 100% Prima cotton jumpers, pullovers, lovely pastel colours. That's one of the draws for them, and the price that I paid today actually. So lovely pastel colours, a bit of a break from the greys, the blacks, the whites, the navies, you know. And they were, the two of them were just £4.50 each. So that's the first one. Lovely yellow rider just here. This one's probably my favourite of the two. Bright canary yellow. With a gorgeous blue rider, just a blue pony just there. Stunning, really eye-catching. And like I said, a bit of a break from the norm, you know, like these pastel colours. Slightly more desirable to buyers, if you ask me, if you're that way inclined in any way. So generally, I wouldn't pick anything like this up, but it was new with tags and it was only £6. And I bought it, right, you might be able to see it on camera, and I bought it mainly because I was like, that's bright white, that's like, you know, that just pops, that white along with that lovely blue. It is a woman's Chelsea top. It is cropped, new with tags as you can see, and that was only £6. So they had it on for a tenner, and then they marked it down to £6. So I thought there's got to be a couple of pennies in that somewhere, and it's an official product. But as soon as I got it out of the shop, the blue dropped out my bag. So there's a bit, there's like a stain on it kind of thing. So I need to sponge that off somehow. Without having to wash it because it's new with bloody tags. But yeah, I reckon about 25 on that, 20 to 25, let's say. Nice crop top. Might even leave that till the summer as well. So I got two pairs of jeans today from the same place, and they were £2.50 each. Right, so the first pair is a pair of Replay Anbass. They are the worn look ones, but honestly, I don't think they've ever been worn. They've just got that new denim feel to it, you know, like, you know, and you just can tell that they've just come straight off the shelf. They've not got tags, but they just feel brand new, like they've just been starched. And they were only £2.50. They are a size 28, which is a bit annoying, which means they'll take a little bit longer to sell, and they won't sell as much as the, you know, the 34s, 36s, 32s even. My only concern is they're just a bit of a, you know, they're not like a very modern fit with the frayed denim and stuff like that, but that's by the by, someone will love them. Then the next pair is a pair of Arnie jeans. I used to sell loads of this a little while back. Loads of Arnie stuff. Really similar to like Cause and you know, brands like that, like modern tailoring for youth and stuff like that. But they were only £2.50. They're a size 30. But again, it's kind of like the frayed denim look, skinny legged. I'd probably get between 15 and 20 for them, which isn't a bad return really on £2.50. Again, they just feel like they're unworn, them two. They must have been from the same donation, and I don't think they've ever been worn, to be honest. We'll obviously sell them as used, but you know, this is might wear this myself. Don't know what I bought this for. It is an NFL camel vest, official product. That again was £2.50. And I just thought that was a bit of fun. You know, I think it's like the Vikings or something like that. Don't even know the team, but I thought that was a bit of fun. Really standout logo, printed on the front. You know, that white just pops against the camel background. So that was £2.50. I usually sell the older vintage NFL stuff for between like 10 and 15. We'll probably aim for the same on that. Whether or not we'll get it, time will tell. We'll find out. This is just a plain fork t-shirt in a lovely blue marl colour. Nice pocket. Again, that was £2.50. Not make a great deal of money on that, just a good brand to have. Size 4 fork. They sell quite well, to be fair, fork stuff. If you price it right, we'll probably list that for between 15 and 20. Maybe it's a bit cheaper actually. Maybe it's between 10 and 15 for that. Yeah, lovely t-shirt, nice little pocket detail. Pink to make the resellers wink. These are a pair of Nike extra large gym shorts. Look at that. I mean, I don't go to the gym myself, surprisingly, but I just thought they were great. We'll put them away till summer. Actually, we might list them now, actually, because the gym wear, it might be the perfect time, probably January, to get them listed. But yeah, I love selling that fit of shorts, the ones with like the kind of lycra insides. They sell really well. Seem to sell really fast when I've listed them in the past, to be fair, but I've not listed any shorts since the summer. But might list them now. Another brand I rarely pick up, other than occasionally I pick up some of the jeans, but I felt this on the rack before I seen what brand it was, and I just thought that's really good quality. And I was quite shocked at the brand, I'll tell you in a sec, but look at the hood. The hood's like stunning. It's got almost like a waistband around it. Dead nice, really thick, really heavy, beautiful, almost like a ribbed material. You might not be able to see it in camera, but it's not just your standard jersey material, and it's so heavy. And that is a super dry hoodie. Surprisingly, £2.50 on that. Again, I don't really pick up super dry stuff. I know that some of the jackets sell really well, and the jeans some of the jeans sell really well, which I do pick up. But I just love that, and it's so heavy. Really nice boxy fit. Not entirely sure how much I'll get for that, but I will try and stick a comp up if I can find a similar sold on eBay. So a bit of women's wear. So I seen this on the rack, and at first I thought it was vintage. And I thought, that's got like nice Y2K kind of bohemian hippie vibes, you know, like look at the sleeves, look at all the frayed edges. I was like, is that hand knitted? It's even got a hood, you know, like definite bit of, could you call it cottagecore? I don't really know. It's like almost like Aran, you know, but it is a Joe Brown's cardigan. Now, generally speaking, I only really pick occasionally the shirts up with this brand, like the men's shirts, but that was only £3, and I was like, there has to be a bit of money in that. Like, that is a mad bit of kit. Like, the hood's unreal, really nice knitted pattern, definite like 60s kind of bohemian vibe. We'll see what we can get with that, but I'd be happy just shifting that for 10 or 15, to be fair, just to get me money back. But I thought that was just a dead nice piece to have. Generally, I stay away from trainers and shoes, but we did pick up 2 pairs today. First pair was a pair of Adidas Terex Gore-Tex trainers, absolutely spotless, Very, very minimal wear, if any, to one of the shoes. The other's pretty much brand new. No wear to the insoles, no wear to the heels. Good size 9, and they were only a tenner. I'd expect to get back about 50 quid to them. Let's say 45 to 50 quid on them, I reckon. Really nice Adidas. Gore-Tex as well, which is important to look out for. That's the only reason I picked them up, to be fair. Bit of a project buy, right? So I do buy countless pairs of Dr. Martens, all the way from the made in England stuff to the contemporary stuff. And I've seen these. These are pink leather Doc Martens. They need loads of work doing to them before I list them. They need polishing. There's no rips or tears or anything like that, which is really good. They just need a good polish and a good shine. But they were a tenner. I'm going to polish these by getting the nearest colour polish as possible that I can to this colour, and then either diluting it with white polish or darkening it with a little bit of dark polish just to match it, and then give them a good sheen, get all the scuffs out. It'll take me a little while, but you know what though, man, like I love doing that stuff, like fixing stuff up, like stuff that I buy from the rag house I've usually got to repair. It just keeps it interesting for me, you know, so I'm quite looking forward to getting stuck into them. But yeah, they were a tenner, which ain't bad for a pair of Docs, to be fair. I've picked them up way cheaper in the past at the boot sales and stuff like that, but I'd hope for, generally speaking, about 55 to 60 on them. I might even try a little bit more just because they are bright. Well, they will be bright pink, I promise you. Right, now let's have a look at the buy of the day, right? This is my standout, right? So if I've picked this up for this much money, you can as well. And bear in mind that charity shops never really put their best stuff out on a Monday. So this has probably been sat there all weekend. So the more, you know. That's exactly what I felt when I seen this on the rack. It is an Climber Lars Monson quarter zip. So again, keep banging on about it, man. Like outdoorsy wear. I think Lars Monson is like a Scandinavian kind of like explorer, like well-known camper, like almost like a Bear Grylls kind of version of Bear Grylls, but from the continent. This is just stunning. When I seen this, I was like, that's gorgeous. Lovely colours, nice big splash of orange just here, really eye-catching. It's just amazing. And that was only £3. £3. The resale on this is nuts. So generally speaking, you're looking close to like 100 quid from anything from 80 upwards. And like I said, this has been sat there all weekend, I imagine. That is absolutely gorgeous. I'll put some soles up on screen so you can see. But yeah, definitely keep an eye out for that. Climber Lars Monson, stunning bit of kit. Absolutely gorgeous. Very happy with that from today's pickup. And that is everything from today's finds. Got some really good stuff I thought today. The Lars Monson, the Joe Brown's cardigan, which I'm quite excited to list. The Adidas T-Rex shoes, the Doc Martens, even the Ralph Lauren stuff I'm happy with. I know I moan all the time about buying Ralph Lauren, but I'm still happy that I picked those up. If you've liked this, please do subscribe, comment, share, whatever you want to do. But please hit the notification button because I will be updating this channel on the regular, and I'd hate for you to miss out from the highs, the lows, the hits and the misses, and all that gory stuff in between. But we will see you in the next one.